right and the responsibility to defend myself, my wife, my children, and my property. It gives me God gives me that right. We had an interesting visitor here a couple weeks ago, Roy and Bonnie. You know Roy in our church. I tease him quite a bit. Roy is just a simple country boy, and he's got a nephew that has been and still is a pretty top dog in Washington, D.C. And I won't give you his resume or anything like that, but he came here and visited us, and we had a great conversation, and he said, I watched your God, Guns, and Liberty video, and he said, I like it, except you left one thing out, and that is the Constitution, the Bill of Rights did not give us the right to keep and bear arms. And I said, yeah, I talked about that in the conference. And so he and I, at least on that issue, were on the same page. But it's the idea that the Bill of Rights does not give us the right to keep and bear arms. It assumes in a right way that the right for us to bear arms and keep them on our person is a right not given to us by the state, because if the state giveth, the state taketh away. It is a right given to us by our Creator. It is one of those inalienable rights that God has given to us that man does not have a right to take away. And so what I'm going to say, I will not apologize for. I don't even care if it's to Stevie Wonder. I won't apologize to him. He's all worked up over a stand your ground law. Now, from what I'm reading here, the stand your ground, I don't know if that's exactly what's in Missouri. I know in Missouri we have what's called the castle doctrine. In other words, a man's home is his castle. And I have an absolute right to defend my castle, which would include my vehicle if I'm in my car and I feel that I'm being threatened by someone, either in another vehicle or someone outside of my car. I'm in a parking lot or at a stoplight. Someone is approaching my vehicle with a baseball bat or a gun or a knife or something like that. I have an absolute right to defend my own life, my family, my property, and so on. That is biblical. I won't argue about it. It's in the Bible. You want to be liberal, you want to be this or that and the other, you just be my guest, but you're doing it in contradiction to what the Scriptures say. I don't see a problem with the stand your ground law, with the law itself. Now, I don't know how it was used and interpreted in the George Zimmerman trial. Don't care. I don't have a problem with the law. And the law basically says that if you are in the state of Missouri, I have a legal right, I have a license to carry a concealed weapon. I have it right now. And if I was out with my wife, or we were walking around doing shopping or whatever it was, and I felt like my life or my wife's safety or my children's safety or whatever was being threatened, as someone came up holding a knife and said, "Hand me your wallet," I'm going to shoot you. That's what I'm going to do. I have a right, I have a license, I have a right given by God, but I have a responsibility given by God. So I don't know what Stevie's all worked up about. He doesn't like the outcome of this verdict, so he hates the law. And what does this particular law have to do with anything with racism? It's not a racist law. In Jefferson County, Missouri, where we live, there is a majority of white Caucasian people in this county. Now, you go up to St. Louis County, it's different. But in Jefferson County, which is just south, and Jefferson County is fastly becoming a very suburban county. But we are a majority of Caucasian people. And I don't worry about black on white crime in Jefferson County. What I worry about is white on white crime in Jefferson County. And so to me, it doesn't mount to a hill of beans. Whether it's white or black or Hispanic or what, I don't care. If I'm in this county and I'm running around and I'm being threatened by someone who I feel is going to cause me imminent harm, the law says I don't have to try to run away. If I am able to defend myself, I can defend myself. So I think the law is good. I don't have a problem with the law. I don't know what Stevie's problem with it is, but apparently he is saying that the law is a racist law and he won't have any part of it. So I wonder if that's in the state of Missouri. Here is an article from CBS KCAL Channel 9. A CBS KCAL Channel 9 photographer and reporter were assaulted Monday night while covering a George Zimmerman protest. While covering the disturbances in the Crenshaw district Monday night, a news crew was assaulted by a lone assailant, according to a statement issued by the news company. Reporter Dave Bryan was conducting an interview around 10 p.m. when the suspect tackled him and his photographer, the station confirmed. The suspect then ran away. The crew was treated for minor injuries, the station said. The attack was under investigation by the Los Angeles Police Department. 14 people were arrested during Monday night's protest. Let's see, what else is going on here? A man who says he was jogging alongside of a road when and I'm just reading the article, and the reason why I'm trying to be careful with everything is somebody sent me an email. They wanted me to know that it was, here it is, and they were yelling at me in the email. You always tell because they write in all capital letters. This is from Brent Evans, Brent.Evans53@yahoo.com. Brent.Evans53@yahoo.com says, "Hey, racist! I bet you're rejoicing over that Martin boy that got shot and killed." See, he's yelling because he's writing in all capital letters. "Racist like you and your rebel fag flag, you're not on God's side. You're a Hitler preaching a false gospel." That is, as I say, from Brent.Evans53@yahoo.com. Calling me a racist. And betting, now I'm wondering how much money he actually put down on this. If he's actually betting that I'm rejoicing over that Martin boy getting shot, you lost the bet. Sorry, you lost the bet. Now, here's what's funny. Racist like you. That's stereotyping. Racist like you. That's like me looking at a Polish person. Kozowski. Hey, Mr. Kozowski, you want to hear a good Polak joke? Because all you Polacks are alike. How many Polacks does it take to screw in a light bulb? That'd be like me saying that Mr. Kozowski cannot screw in a light bulb without help because he's Polish. You are not on God's side. You are a Hitler preaching a false gospel. Brent.Evans53@yahoo.com. You're wrong. So this is why I'm being a little careful in what I'm saying, because people like Brent.Evans53@yahoo.com are probably listening. Anyway. A man who says he was jogging alongside of a road when 3 black men abducted and beat him claims the alleged attack was in retaliation for George Zimmerman's acquittal. Police in Senatobia, Mississippi told Fox News. Let's see here. Part of this article is I can't read my own. It's bad when you can't read your own writing. I can't read my own printing. Something got messed up in the printing part of it. Anyway, he claims that the alleged attack was in retaliation for George Zimmerman's acquittal. Police told Fox News. They said he was jogging Sunday night along Highway 51, and the suspects pulled over, and one of them asked, "Do you know who Trayvon Martin was?" Holtz quoted the man as saying, "At that point, the men in the vehicle allegedly attacked him." The man who the police chief described as a young resident of the area was treated Sunday night for minor injuries. Memphis television station WERG reported the assailants allegedly told the victim, "This is for Trayvon." The television station and the Democrat newspaper reported the jogger was badly beaten and later dropped off on a road between Senatobia and Coldwater, Mississippi. Holtz declined to release any other information but said officers are searching for 3 black males in a white 4-door vehicle. "We want to find out why this happened," the chief said, while also cautioning local residents to, quote, "be safe." Let's see here. What else? Zimmerman verdict. Protesters storm Walmart in Crenshaw area. This is from the Los Angeles Times. People protesting George Zimmerman's acquittal marched along Crenshaw Boulevard on Monday night, stomping on cars, chasing bystanders, and storming a Walmart. What does Walmart have to do with anything? Several protesters made their way into the Walmart as guards scrambled to close security gates. A short while later, Los Angeles Police Department officers wearing helmets and carrying batons swarmed the store as others marched through the parking lot. The LAPD declared a tactical alert about 9 p.m., which means that off-duty officers can be held on duty when their shift's in and may respond only to high-priority calls. The LAPD arrested at least one person, but vowed to take more into custody if the lawless actions continued. "We want to support everyone's First Amendment right to protest, but we also want to ensure public safety and not allow people to commit violent acts," Commander Andy Smith told the Times. Police estimated that 80 to 150 people were engaged in lawless activity along Crenshaw as they jumped on top of vehicles and appeared to assault bystanders. Some protesters ignited fireworks in the middle of Crenshaw. Zimmerman, 29, was acquitted. You all know that story. The verdict, blah, blah, blah. On Monday evening, dozens of protesters gathered in Leimert Park for a vigil in support of Trayvon. As James Brown music played, some danced and others wore shirts that read "Justice for Trayvon Martin." One man held up another shirt that showed Zimmerman with the words, "Wanted dead or alive," with the last word crossed out. Now, I want to ask a question. Who hates who? The group broke up as marchers moved along Crenshaw Boulevard chanting "No justice, no peace." Let's see. What else? Protest, protest, protest. See if there's anything newly come up on Drudge Report. And I've got a lot to say about this. One of the lead articles is that, let me pull this one up here. Last night, Trayvon Martin's friend, Rachel Jeantel, gave CNN her first interview since testifying in the George Zimmerman murder trial. Jeantel opened up and let loose on the murder case that gripped that nation. She explained to CNN's Piers Morgan how she warned her childhood friend that Zimmerman, this is her words, could be a gay rapist. Morgan: "You felt that there was no doubt in your mind that from what Trayvon was telling you on the phone about the creepy blankety-blank cracker and so on, that he absolutely believed that George Zimmerman, this man you didn't know who was at the time, but this man was pursuing him." Jeantel: "Yes." Morgan: "And he was freaked out by it." Jeantel: "Yes, definitely. After I say maybe a rapist, for every boy, for every man, every who's not that kind of way, seeing a grown man following them, would they be creep out?"